In a never changing world, people of color have been discriminated against 1,000 times. They are being called names and being classified into things they are not. This type of behavior causes them to lose faith in what they are and making it hard for them to discover what makes them who they are.
My name is Vanessa Robles. I was born and raised in Salt Lake City, Utah, grew up in Glendale. I am not the typical stereotype Latina. I am not pregnant, I didn't drop out, nor did I stop going to school after I graduated high school. However, I am the typical Latina who has a job, goes to school, and continues running errands, translating papers, and fighting community stereotypes. I've been around gang violence, drug abuse, yet none of that has stopped me from continuing goals and dreams.
My name is Nguyen, and I live and grew up in Rose Park. I'm surely not the stereotypical Asian who can get good grades because of my race. I'm just a regular kid who tries his best to complete college using hard work. Since growing up in a diverse and internalized community, it had led to many struggles because of other people saying, quote, "People get shot in Rose Park and watch out for the thugs that roam around there," end quote. They thought we were uneducated people, unable to do anything but create crimes, and I just completely ignored them. But looking back, I cannot believe that I did not defend my community. At Jackson Elementary, I saw the same things continue to happen. The students I mentor are pushed out of the regular classrooms into a different classroom to get their education, and they don't question why. An example at Jackson Elementary was when the kids were outside at recess. Students had their own groups, but once recess was over, the kids just came back into the classroom and started to do their math work all together without segregation. They didn't backtalk, they just sat down at their seats and asked for help.
On the other hand, at Glendale with the Dream Keepers, the classroom was more of an involved community in class. The teacher emphasized a put-up circle which led each student to give a positive comment before starting class to the peer sitting next to them. However, students during these reunions were saying funny jokes such as, "That was so girly," to a male student, or "You're smart because you're Asian," to a Somalian student, simply because of physical characteristics. Being a Glendale Middle School graduate has provided me enough security and acknowledgement towards the students. Being part of this project reinforces and reminds me daily of what change we as a community can do together to our students, family, and friends. The breakdown of internalized racism and microaggressions. Glendale Middle School is not only a school I grew up in, but the Dream Keepers project has provided me much more insight towards what our community faces daily, such as discrimination, stereotypes, identity, and diversity.
Even though I did not attend Jackson Elementary, the type of background and diversity I witnessed is similar to my days at Escalante. Even though they are completely different schools, they are from one community, where the same issues of oppression and identity has appeared more and more every day I walk down the halls. I have learned a lot from the students I worked with and the teachers I talked to. For me personally, I should have not pushed away my culture and native language, but should have embraced it.
The interaction we make with students that were once in our school are a great way to have the comprehension of what they might think of school, and the help and encouragement to help them exceed their limits and continue their education